Good evening, everybody. Calm Biker here, just on my way home from the office. I was watching a video the other day by the infamous biker, and he was talking about mirrors on bikes, and I wasn't particularly gonna do a video reply to it, but then something's just happened to me that has made me think again. I know he did his video on bikes and on mirrors on bikes, and the fact that some people remove the mirrors from the bikes, and he was against that. Although I think he said in one of his comments, or one of his replies to a comment, that that he accepted that it was personal choice. Now, certain things I think are personal choice. Obviously there's been the big debate that I don't want to reopen about whether you should or shouldn't be forced to wear various bits of gear. Don't want to reopen that debate. Please don't. I don't add any comments about that one. But that one kind of is a personal choice. Obviously there's elements that if you fall off I have to pay for it rather than yourself, but because of the NHS, but you know, it's personal choice. If you fall off your bike and you're not wearing gear and you injure yourself, in general it's only going to hurt you, so you've made that personal choice, you know the risks. Fair enough. And this was one of the ideas that was raised in the comments on Tib's video about whether you should take mirrors off your bike or not, because obviously it increases the risk potentially of you having an accident. Because no matter what anybody says, in my humble opinion, and feel free to disagree, if you haven't got mirrors on, you are not as aware of what's going on behind you. Yes, you can do shoulder checks, but to look right behind you, to look at this van that's right behind me that I can see very clearly in both mirrors, I have to turn around quite a long way and I can't actually see as much. The camera probably picks up more, but I can't see as much by turning my head round, mainly because I've got a backpack on probably, as I can in the mirrors. But yes, you could turn your head round, and every time you want to change lanes you could do a shoulder check that direction, and to get general awareness of what's behind you, you could turn your head around and look. Now, I think I look in my mirrors probably every 5 or 10 seconds, depending on what's behind me. You know, if it's a clear road, it'll be closer to 10 seconds that I just have a quick glance down. If it's busy, I'll be looking quite often, maybe even more often than every 5 seconds. But while I'm doing that, my head's facing forwards, so I can see what's ahead of me. It's just a quick glance. It's certainly quicker than turning your head over your shoulder, which only gives you a picture of one side. Certainly quicker than that, just to quickly glance from one mirror to the next. And also, when you're looking forwards like I am now, I can still see my mirrors, so if something looms, something moves across, I'll immediately look down and see what's going on. Whereas if you've taken the mirrors off your bike, you wouldn't necessarily get that extra bit of picture. Anyway, that doesn't get away from the is it personal choice or not. And the reason I think that the personal choice argument falls down on this to a certain degree is the bit that I was saying that something's just happened to me on the road. So I pulled up behind a 125 motorbike, trials bike type thing. Don't know what it was, one of these Chinese ones. And the guy had taken the mirrors off it. And I pulled up behind him, to his right, what would be right in the line of sight for his right-hand mirror. And he had no idea I was there. No idea at all. When I then started to come past him, because we were stopped at the point I pulled up behind him, when I started to go past him, he suddenly jumped on his bike when I came into view. And I wasn't going fast, I was probably doing about 10 miles an hour. He was still stopped, and I'd decided to filter a bit. But he jumped, to the point I thought he was going to drop his bike for a second, because he was that shocked. Now if he'd have had mirrors, he would have known I was there. As it happened, you know, there's no harm done, apart from maybe he's considering getting a mirror. But it raises the possibility that what if that was happening at 40 miles an hour. Maybe it was a 50 mile an hour stretch and he's doing 40, or it's a 70 miles an hour stretch and he's doing 60. Some of these bikes only do about 60, and I decided to pass him at 70. And he just decided to avoid a pothole. There was a pothole in the middle of the road, and he decides to swing to the right to avoid it when he could have swung left, had he known that there was a bike behind him. Now we're into the realms of your personal choice has potentially just knocked somebody else off the bike and done them harm. For me, that's when personal choice ends. I've always kind of gone with the motto of do whatever you like as long as it doesn't harm other people. The clothing bit, yeah, generally doesn't. But not being aware of what's behind you does. Now, I fully expect to get a lot of negative comments in this, and that's fair enough. Keep it polite, eh? But I'll just be interested to know what you think. Anyway, I'm going to go fast now and probably going to lose the ability to vlog, so I'll finish it here. Let me know what you think in the comments. Thanks for watching, everyone. Ride safe, and I'll talk to you all again soon.